Help! Eva! Polmagitya! Oh, the devils are coming for me! I can see them skulking in the bushes. They sniff me out, the dirty rats! You have to help me, Mousy. I am the only one who can defeat the Rat King. The junkyard in Kopachi. You hold the fate of the world in your hands. Please, hurry.
What's the plan, Kiminyu?
What's our next move, boss?
Are we doing something or not?
Why did Tarakan turn to you for help? He's been here a while. Surely he has other people who can do his bidding. He knows more about you and me than he's letting on. Watch out, my love.
We have to go. There's been an accident. We need to evacuate the children and staff. Buses from all over the country are coming to pick everyone up. Hurry!
But I can't just leave the kindergarten unattended.
No discussions, please. You'll thank us later.
Lena, your husband works in the power plant, right? No, I'm having some weird dreams lately. I must be tired, is all. You can't hide under your bed, Oleg. You're a big boy now. Tomorrow you're going to see your daddy. Oh, want to be a fireman like him? You're going to have to be brave then.
Hello, fellow prospector.
I have a favor I'd like to ask you.
What's on your mind, stranger?
I came across an old safe, but I can't open it. You seem to know a thing or two about locks, so I was wondering...
Sorry, I need to focus on finding my brother Athanasius. I can't afford any distractions. Safe travels, my friend.
Looks like the old loon can handle himself just fine. A trail of dead rats? Well, that can't be a coincidence.
Nothing, but I better take a look-see.
That's a lot of blood. NER must have really worked him over. I hope he's still alive.
Keep digging. That was our friend you killed. You can thank your lucky stars we're in a hurry.
Don't rush it. I want to watch him sweat away his last seconds before the bullet. For Misha.
If I'm going to act, it has to be now.
Smoke the motherfucker out!
Divine Providence guided your hand. I'm too important to be killed by NAR's minions.
We seem destined to keep running into each other, so you might as well come on board.
Thank you. I'm beginning to think that your role in the fight against evil is as important as mine.
Just trying to do the right thing.
Of course you are, Mousy. Where the great rat catcher in the sky leads, one must follow.
Find him before he gets away. Watch out, someone is playing a fucked up game around here. He'll come out eventually. Everyone be ready. Where the hell is he? Anyone have eyes on target? He's behind cover. Flank him. Where the fuck is he? Find him. Find him.
I've got some questions for you, and it's very important that you answer as best you can.
I will certainly try, Mousy.
First, how did you get Tatiana's music box?
She came to me. The woman in the red dress.
She came to you? Where? When?
In my dreams. She has haunted my nights for years. She told me where to find it. The music box. She mentioned you, too.
What did she say, exactly?
She advised me that you could be an important instrument in the fight against the Rat King. She also wanted you to see the music box, to convince you that all this is real.
I keep seeing her too. At first I thought it must be my imagination, but...
No, don't say that. She's completely real. Don't doubt it for another moment.
Why was NAR trying to kill you?
Isn't it obvious, Mousy?
Nothing is obvious to me right now.
I'm the only person who stands between humanity and the Rat King. His minions will try to kill me every chance they get.
Okay, why don't you retire the act for a while? Who are you, really?
What act? There is nothing more real than this. Tarakan is more real than you are.
Does your name have some special meaning?
Tarakan means cockroach. And that is what I am. A humble being reborn from the ashes of Chernobyl's destruction. Tiny, but resilient. I used to be a person like you, Mousy. But when divine providence called upon me to face the Rat King, Tarakan was born.
All right. Good talk.
You have a minute?
Something you wanted to talk about?
Someone. Did you know Anton has a daughter? Dasha?
My God.
He kept it from me for a long time. Even though we were friends, I did wonder sometimes why he didn't blow his pay on booze and women like the rest of us. He was putting money away for her future. For an education and stuff. He wanted her to have a better starting point in life. I've already decided that when this is all done, I'm going to find her and take care of her. But no one knows what the future holds, right? That's why I have a big favor to ask of you. If anything should happen to me, I'd like you to find Dasha and give her my pay. Please.
Olivier, please, don't talk like this. Once we've figured this whole thing out, you'll have plenty of opportunity to do that yourself.
No. I really need you to promise me this. Anton deserves no less.
I promise.
So, what does it do, Mousy?
What does what do?
Your magical thingy. Your fancy device. Orana?
Ariadna, it uses low-level radiation measurements to reconstruct past events.
Something like radiocarbon dating.
You surprise me, Tarakan. How do you know about these things?
I don't know, Mousy. They sometimes come to me, unconnected memories and bits of knowledge. The Rat King must be blocking them somehow.
Okay, you're not wrong. It's like carbon dating, but a lot more advanced, and in 3D. You see, every object is a dosimeter in a way, absorbing different types of radiation every millisecond. Ionizing radiation of thorium, potassium, uranium, and even cosmic rays. When it does, it creates a radioactive echo in time and space. With enough data, this echo can be traced and recreated using the fractal VR simulator.
Does this mean you can see the past, Mousy? Is that how you hope to find out the truth about Tatiana and yourself?
That's the idea, yes.
A wise mouse once said, if you want to discover the truth, you need to ask yourself, what is truth? What you're looking for may not be what you find, Mousy.
That's a risk I'm willing to take. Nothing is more important to me than Tatiana.
Don't be so sure, Mousy. What's the matter, Mousy?
Let me take a look at your gear.
Of course, Mousy.
Hi, Igor. Is there something you wanted to ask me? I've got time.
Is Sasko a Ukrainian name?
My name was Sasha before. My mother was Ukrainian. My deadliest no-good drunken excuse for a father was Russian. And I was born and raised in Moscow. I learned everything there was to know about the city's dark underbelly. I mastered surviving on the streets, became part of a gang, fended for myself, but I didn't do it alone. We always had each other, me and my brother Ruslan.
I'm sorry. No kid should have to live that way.
That's what happens when you trust the system. In the end, you can only rely on yourself and your comrades.
What happened to Ruslan? Why isn't he with you?
I'm still looking for him. It's a long story. I just need to figure out my next steps.
Sure. I'll help out if I can.
Hey there, boss man. Got a minute?
Sure. What is it?
I need to ask you something, Igor. And you have to be absolutely fucking straight with me.
Whoa, Mikhail. Should I be scared?
No, but I need you to really take me seriously. I sometimes get the feeling that you don't. What are your plans with NAR and Kozlov?
I don't know yet. Why?
Because I've got a feeling that you'd be willing to parlay with them, even come to some kind of agreement. And I want to make sure you understand that I won't fucking allow it.
Is that so? What would you have me do, Mikhail?
Annihilate the motherfuckers, that's what I'd have you do! Hang Kozlov from the highest branch of the tallest tree in Pripyat!
Look, I came here to find Tatiana. That's what matters to me.
Right. That's what matters to you. And what about me?
There's a lot of anger in you, Mikhail. I get it, but...
But what? But your motherfucking pain is better than mine? You pose as a cool and level-headed guy, but sometimes you act like an egocentric prick.
What do you want from me, Mikhail?
Tatiana is your goal, not mine. I will have my closure, and I'll have my revenge. You have no problem using me for your mission whenever it suits you. There may come a time when I use you for mine.
Please, just try and cool off. Don't do anything rash.
No promises, Professor. No fucking promises.
Mikhail, you've been around. You could teach me something about surviving in the zone.
Abso-fucking-lutely I can. That's the smartest request you've ever made, Igor. Gathering and preparing herbs and mushrooms, scavenging for food, treating bullet wounds. I wouldn't last long in this shithole if it wasn't for my mad skills.
Actually, I can't do it right this minute.
What's the matter, Mousy?
Hey there, Tarakan. I was wondering if there's anything you'd like to teach me.
But of course, I have been blessed with the wisdom of the great Ratcatcher. And I've also spent a lot of time in the zone. I can give you some pointers.
Fantastic. I'm ready to learn.
As you've already noticed, Mousy, resources are scarce in the zone. It's essential to conserve materials when crafting. You see, Mousy, any damn fool can make soup. Throw a bunch of shit in a pan, add water, turn on the heat, and hope for the best. But the secret lies in learning the correct proportion of ingredients, and not just in meals. This applies to crafting in general. I'll show you how it's done. But first, you'll need to find 2 flammable and 1 mechanical ingredients. I hid them nearby, so keep your little mouse eyes open. We don't have all day, Mousy. Hurry it up. Praise be! Clearly the light of the Ratcatcher shines upon you. I'll show you how to craft ammo from scrap without wasting too many resources. Is it dangerous? Sure, but only if you have no clue what you're doing. Please don't try this without your parents' supervision. Come here and use the electric lathe. I'll show you how it's done. Knowledge is everything. You need to understand what every ingredient does in order to get the most use out of your materials. stalling, Mousy. Use the ingredients with the device. Or so help me, great rat catcher. Well done. Oh, you're a difficult student in spite of all your PhDs, but I'll turn you into a survivalist Mousy yet. What's the matter, Mousy?
Hey there, Tarakan. I was wondering if there's anything you'd like to teach me.
But of course, I have been blessed with the wisdom of the great rat catcher. And I've also spent a lot of time in the zone. I can give you some pointers.
Fantastic. I'm ready to learn.
Time for another lesson, Mousy. I'm going to teach you how to use resources more effectively. If you're willing to learn, that is. It's about looking at the big picture, understanding the correct ratio of components, and knowing how to substitute one item for another. Crafting stuff is not just about memorizing blueprints. I will demonstrate this by helping you assemble a firearm. Pay attention and follow my instructions to the letter, Mousy. You know the drill. Find 10 ingredients. They are very well hidden this time. Just don't let me fall asleep waiting for your return. I'm getting very drowsy here, Mousy. Get back here and I'll show you how to assemble a gun using pure components. Now approach the gunsmithing bench. A true gunsmith knows his weapon by heart. He understands what each component does and exactly how it affects the others. But at the same time, he sees the weapon as a whole, almost as a living organism that grows and evolves. That's the real secret of creating the perfect enhancement for your weapon. Good, you got it! Maybe your PhDs were not a complete waste of time.
Professor Kimanuk, Igor, are you there? Answer if you can hear me, please. Hello?
Yes? Who's this?
The name is Olga. I live in the village in Red Forest. I've heard about you. I think we can help each other.
I hear that a lot lately. I'm afraid you need to be more specific.
Your distrust is understandable under the circumstances, but we have the same goal. Drive NER out of the zone.
Well, I didn't come here to conduct a guerrilla war on corporate mercenaries.
Yes, I know. You're looking for someone. So am I. Please come to our village in Red Forest so we can talk in person. Be extra careful on the way here, okay? The monsters, they mostly come out at night. Mostly.
If there's a village, does that mean you're one of the summer shells? The people who returned to their homes after the disaster?
Some of the older ones never left. I know it's hard to believe. And there are newcomers like me. We came to the zone for many different reasons, but now we're united by one common goal, to get rid of NAR.
I see. Fascinating.
Please come to the village. This isn't just about me. You'd be doing the right thing as well.
I'll make sure to stop by if I get the chance.
Hello, Mousy. Ready to continue our great work?
Time to step up to the mark, Professor.
Let's make it happen. What's the skinny, partner?
This woman, Olga, she seems to be running the show. Must be tough as nails. And all these Samoshiels, they say it takes a village to raise a child, but how many does it take to find a lost love?
I saw some movement. Checking it out now.
This Kozlov guy seems to be important. Perhaps I should meet with him and ask about Tatiana.
Just stay inside, okay? You sure? I can't take this tension anymore. Maybe we should... You want to face that monster? Go ahead, but I'm bolting this door behind you. No fucking way. Then shut your fucking face and stay put. Shh, I hear something.
Уважаемые товарищи, городской совет народных депутатов
I don't know you. What do you want?
I'm Igor. Olga sent for me.
Olga, some Igor jackass here to see you. You know this guy, or should I shoot him in the throat?
It's fine. Open the gate, Marco.
Hey, heard you're one of the crew running around giving NAR the squirts. How many of them have you killed already?
I don't even know. I don't like to dwell on it.
So many you lost count, eh? Right on. Keep doing what you're doing and we'll win this thing. You'll see.
Do I look like the chatty type? Talk to the woman in charge.
Professor Kimanuk, I presume. It's an honor to finally meet you in person. We've got a lot of work to do, you and I.
I'm here. What did you want to talk about?
A few days ago, someone took our supplies. My husband, Kostiel, went after the thieves. Now he's gone too. In the meantime, some NAR henchmen showed up claiming they have a prisoner they want to trade for something of value.
And you think it's your Kostya?
The description matches. I'd make the trade in a heartbeat, but as you can see, we don't really have anything to exchange for my husband.
This place you're running, it's really something. I'd never expect to find...
What? Regular folks living in the middle of the zone? You're right. We're anything but regular. We're hunters. We know these woods better than the trees know the rain.
What about you? You're too young to...
To what? Remember the Chernobyl disaster? You're right. I came with my mom from Minsk after my dad died. I was a teenager then. She was a doctor who wanted to help the radiation victims in the zone. She met Matvey here, and well, they took a liking to each other. Then NAR arrived and came down on us hard. Fucking fascists. My mom disappeared. That was some years ago now. Matvey took care of me after that. Taught me everything I know. In Minsk, I was just an emo girl.
Here, I'm the goddamn queen of the forest. Kostya came here 2 years ago with Doctors Without Borders. He stayed because of me, but yeah, the rest is really none of your business.
All right. I can see you're really looking out for your people. I appreciate that. I'll help if I can.
I promise you won't regret it. For our friends, we serve fine vodka. For our enemies, we have shotguns. One more thing. These assholes who took Kostya, I'm pretty sure they have our supplies too.
You want me to keep an eye out for the supplies too, huh?
If you don't mind, but my old man comes first, obviously.
Sure. I live to serve.
What do you want? Talk to Olga if you need something.
What, are you lost or something? I'm looking after the piglets. Beautiful creatures. I've named them, you know. Daisy, Dorothy, Frank, Mika, Jurgen, and Olaf, and Donald. Now with all the food gone, I have to... My God. Tell me, who should I pick? Who must I send to Piglet Heaven? Those fuckers took our food. And you know what they say?
Well, what do they say?
Every civilization is only 3 meals away from total anarchy.
I think Lenin said that.
Yeah, John Lennon, smart guy. I am the walrus, goo-goo, kajoo.
You want to see Matvey? Get in line. Everyone has to wait their turn. We're not barbarians here. We've got rules.
What line? We're the only ones here.
Are you getting cheeky with me? I know your kind. Rule breakers. First you're cutting the line, then total anarchy follows. Not on my watch. Now wait your turn.
Beat it. I know I don't look busy, so what? Get lost. You want to act like a creep? Fine, I'll just ignore you. Still ignoring 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 you.
It's just one guy! One guy! Get him! We have to find him, quickly! You gotta check out! Get behind cover and shoot!
Wait a minute. Kopachi? Kostya? Shit. The guy the NAR was looking for. The guy I killed was Olga's husband? Fuck. What am I gonna do now? Should I come clean? I retrieved your supplies.
That's fantastic. What about the thieves?
Just some NAR bastards trying to earn something on the side. They won't bother you anymore.
Good riddance. Nobody will shed a tear for those parasites. You came through, Igor. You're a man of your word. One more thing. Kostya never made it back to the camp. If you happen to run into him, tell him to hurry. We need him. I need him.
You should tell her the truth, Mousy. Haven't you noticed yet that secrets never bring anyone happiness?
I have no fucking idea what you think you're gonna accomplish by telling her the truth. But, yeah, go for it. I can't fucking wait to hear her reaction.
Yes, I saw him a while back. I met him in Kopachi and we had an argument. He wouldn't tell me who he was and he's dead. I'm so sorry. I didn't want it to go that way. One thing just led to another and I had to, though. You understand, right? I couldn't risk him jeopardizing my efforts to find Tatiana.
What did you just say?
Olga, please, no shooting in the village. That rule was your own idea. And besides, this isn't how we solve problems.
Wrong. This is exactly how I solve this kind of problem. And you fucker! This isn't over yet. You got that? So you better watch yourself. I will never forget what you've done.
Hey, Professor! Want to hear a funny story?
I don't have a choice, right?
You know, the first time I saw you, I said to myself, that guy must be a load of fun at parties. Okay, check this out. My uncle Misha used to go to Ozersk to buy large quantities of alcohol and chocolate from the staff of Mayak nuclear power plant. This was in the 50s. Ah, what a strange time that was. Whew! If you were working on a fucking A-bomb, you had your pick of all the delicacies denied to the rest of our motherland.
What can I tell you? I don't approve of that kind of system, but I guess they needed to keep the scientists happy.
Word has it was easier for those guys to get brandy than carrots. So they started to trade with the villages nearby. So, Misha.
For God's sake, I haven't got time for this.
Wait. This is gonna be good, I promise. So, Uncle Misha made contact with one of the Mayak workers. Nice girl. She snuck through a hole in the barbed wire fence to meet up with him. For a moment, Misha thought maybe they were gonna have a, you know, romantic encounter. A little tit-on-tit or something.
You mean, tete-a-tete?
What did I just say? Anyway, as soon as she sees Misha, she pulls a gun on him.
What?
I know, right? And she's like, relinquish all your potatoes and carrots or I'll shoot! But Misha didn't scare easily, and he was also quite a charmer. So he tipped his hat and replied, for a kiss from your lips, I'll get you all the potatoes in the world, my fair lady.
That's quite a story, Mikhail. What happened to this Casanova uncle of yours?
Oh, he was executed for speculation and whatnot. Barry didn't like how lax security had gotten, so he had a dozen guys lined up and shot as an example.
Too bad. Sounds like a colorful character.
That's the way the shit cookie crumbles. But he had a great fucking life, and that's what I'm going to remember. The fuck you want?
Mikhail, you've been around. You could teach me something about surviving in the zone.
Abso-fucking-lutely I can. That's the smartest request you've ever made, Igor. Gathering and preparing herbs and mushrooms, scavenging for food, treating bullet wounds. I wouldn't last long in this shithole if it wasn't for my mad skills.
Actually, I can't do it right this minute.
This world is doomed, Mousy.
Dial it down a notch. You'll bring the NAR down on us. Or worse.
I can see us all in the devilish clouds, touched by the cold hand from hell. A green swarm is spreading like wildfire, ending everything we know. The Rat King is triumphant, but even he falls prey to the horror he has unleashed.
So, nothing new?
You make fun, Mousy. Well, You do so at your own peril. Tell me, what do you do with something that is broken? Do you fix it? Or do you raze it to the ground?
You're talking about Chernobylite?
I'm talking about the world!
Not sure I follow.
Why do you think the Rat King chose this world for his wrath? It's not because we're so very noble and good, but because we're evil, sinful, and broken. Fundamentally broken. Our actions have invited him in. Since the dawn of time, we've done unspeakable things to our own kind. And to the world we inhabit. Who knows? Perhaps this is our punishment. Perhaps we deserve.
Yes? Deserve what?
Deserve to live our final days in the age of the rat. Either to atone for our faults, or finally be annihilated.
I'm not a philosopher or a mystic, but I believe there's still a chance for us to improve.
That remains to be seen, Mousy. But we are living in the last days. Mark me.
How are things, Professor?
Hey, Igor. Can we talk?
Sure. What's up?
I've seen some weird shit in my time. But I just can't get used to being inside... how to put it?
Inside the space-time tunnel, connecting singularities.
You're doing it again.
Doing what?
Using fancy science jargon that means nothing to me. I'm not a scientist.
Sorry, force of habit. The physics of this phenomena is very complex, even for me. Trust me on that.
Or maybe you're just keeping things from us.
Ridiculous. Why would I do that?
Because knowledge is power. Or maybe because this thing, this Chernobylite, might open a gate to hell. And you don't want anyone to know.
Still ridiculous.
Is it? You're like a sorcerer holding a key to the mystery of the world. Who knows? Maybe you'll end up a prophet. The time-traveling mystic of the zone.
I believe in science, not magic.
To the common man, they might as well be the same thing, my friend. The fuck you want?
Mikhail, you've been around. You could teach me something about surviving in the zone.
Abso-fucking-lutely I can! That's the smartest request you've ever made, Igor! Gathering and preparing herbs and mushrooms, scavenging for food, treating bullet wounds. I wouldn't last long in this shithole if it wasn't for my mad skills!
Perfect. Let's do it.
Listen up, Buttercup. There are many different skills you need to master to survive in the zone. Sneaking, spying, wheeling and dealing, stealing, eavesdropping, door guiding,
tour guiding?
Have you got a problem with that? Guiding clueless Westerners in search of cheap thrills is an honest and, more importantly, lucrative business. But stop interrupting. Where was I?
Surviving in the zone?
Ah, yes. Among the many skills a man needs in the field, one is particularly important for a noob like yourself. Would you like to guess what it is?
Wouldn't dream of it.
In that case, I'll tell you. It's the art of packing shit better so you can carry more shit around. You don't look impressed. I know it doesn't sound as exciting as jumping from helicopters or fighting 10 opponents using nothing but your flying feet of fury. That crap is the special purview of our favorite soldier boy, Olivier. But imagine you have to smuggle 3 crates of your best rot gut through an NAR checkpoint, and you only have space for 1 in your inventory. And why? Because you didn't pay attention when I was giving you some invaluable fucking lessons about packing. And now, you ruined somebody's wedding, their very special and important day, because there's not enough booze, and it's all your fucking fault!
I'm sorry?
But it's not too late to avert this catastrophe. Don't worry, the Pripyat 5 have got your back. I've got your back. Just watch me arrange chemicals, scrap metal, ammunition, and mask filters like a 3D puzzle. If you run into any problems, I will be your tour guide. Guide. Great! Looks like you're ready to save that wedding now. You're getting quite skilled at this shit, Professor. I'll make a stalker out of you yet. If you manage not to get yourself fucking killed first, I mean.
Yes, comrade. We think that this subject could be the key. Patient Zero. Yes. She was pregnant. Only a couple of weeks. Yes, we were surprised too. No, she won't tell us who the father is. Based on the intel that our friends in the KGB provided us with, we've got two possible candidates. Unfortunately, one of them is already dead. Absolutely, comrade. We've taken every precaution to make sure that Emilieva and her child are safe and sound. We're very curious, too. We could be on the brink of something big here. Yes, I will keep you posted.
Dear God, Tanya? She was with child? Our child? And she was this patient zero. They were using her for their experiments from the start.
My little bird, my little sweetheart. Soon you will see the blue sky, the meadows. You will hear the sound of the ocean, smell the pine trees, feel the sunlight on your face. You're a very special boy. You have a bright future ahead of you. I want you to go far, far away from here and be happy. Don't be afraid. I will always be close to you. In your heart, in your deepest memories, find me there.
It's time. We have to hurry.
I love you, my sweetheart. Your mommy loves you very, very much. Now go.
Tanya was kept prisoner here. And her child. Did someone take it away from her?
Yes, this is regrettable. My men are looking into it.
Regrettable? It's a fucking disaster. How could you let this happen? If someone finds out...
Mind your tone, comrade. I was fighting in Afghanistan when you were still pissing in your underwear. Now the boy suffered from acute autism. Couldn't even speak. My bet is he's probably lying in a ditch somewhere. However, he couldn't have escaped on his own. Someone helped him.
Are you saying it was an inside job?
It's too soon for definite conclusions, but yes, I would say so.
So, it must be a spy, a CIA asset.
You KG people see spies everywhere. That probably explains why your arrest records are so high. Saddam is on the brink of invading Kuwait. I'm sure the CIA has more pressing problems than your research. No, this is not the CIA. This is someone closer to home. Don't worry. I intend to find out who.
Look, General, I'm sorry I spoke out of turn before. I really do appreciate your work. You are vital to our efforts. The Duga project and our research, it could be bigger than nuclear weapons, bigger than even the space wars. A lot is at stake here, even the future of the motherland. I already spoke with some of the party members, and...
Let me be frank with you, comrade. The Soviet Union is falling apart at the seams, and I don't think anything can prevent that from happening. I'm not a scientist, but I've seen enough to know that this, Chernobylite, on the other hand, could be the key to our future. We all have to do whatever's necessary to prepare for it.
So, Tanya had a boy, and he escaped. Was it mine? God, if it was, I can't. Compose yourself, Igor. Looks like the KGB was trying to expedite the Chernobylite experiments. Maybe they were even hoping that the findings would prolong the life of the Soviet Union. Clearly, they didn't succeed.
Rhino 3, this is Bluebird. Do you read? Over.
This is Rhino 3, reading you loud and clear, Bluebird. Over.
Rhino 3, change of plans. Jack Frost is heading for the Kapachi Kindergarten. ETA 3 hours. Provide support for a helo. Over.
Wilco, Bluebird, we're moving out. ETA 2 hours. Over and out.
Jack Frost? That's an old nickname me and Boris gave Professor Semenov when we were still students. Could it be? He brought me here to Pripyat years ago. Helped me get Tatiana a position too. And now he works for NAR? He must have his reasons, and he's always been a brilliant scientist. He's still my best shot at finding Tatiana. I need to see him.
Your old mentor, huh? Try and find him if you think it's important. Just be extra careful.
I'm always careful, Olivier.
You'll most likely have an escort. Try to sneak past. Don't go Rambo on them.
Are you prepared to face the day's challenges?
Let's go, old-timer.
Let's do this.
Let's get cracking, Professor Fancy Pants!
Georgy Semenov, a good old Jack Frost. You must wonder what happened to him all those years ago. Why would he work with the NAR, my love? Surely he must have a good explanation. He was always kind to us.
What was that? Anya? Is that you? It's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Tango's behind cover! Careful! get it. We dispatched an entire squad to fly in here and escort this old fart just so he can dig through some papers?
This old fart is more valuable to them than an entire battalion of grunts like you.
Guess I'm in the wrong line of work, huh? Not at all, Sasha. I think you're exactly where you're supposed to be. He can't be far. It's Cameron is wounded! Tango's behind cover. Careful!
You. I'm surprised to see you here. You are.
It's Igor. You remember me, Professor Semenov, don't you? It's been a long time. I thought you would have retired by now. But I guess there's no rest for a man of science like you and me.
Igor, it's so good to see you. But what are you doing here? It's not safe.
What are you doing here, Professor? Are you really working for NAR? Do you know what they're doing in the zone? How they treat the summer shells?
Please, Igor, slow down. My concern is science, as it always has been. The politics and administrative piffle, I leave to others.
Then what are you doing here, exactly?
You don't need to worry about me. I haven't turned into Dr. Mengele. I study the local, fauna. They're very peculiar, very dangerous. You must have run into them at some point. There are reports dating back from before the Chernobyl catastrophe. It's very important that we gather every bit of available information.
Let the man catch his breath. Otherwise he may become suspicious. He was probably forced to work for NAR. That's my guess.
Reports? In an abandoned kindergarten?
It wasn't only a kindergarten, you know. Back then, we've always been watched, monitored by those who want to control us. I tried to shield you from this. So this place, it used to be KGB document storage. There's a lot of stuff left in the basement.
Please, answer me, Professor. Did you sign some sort of pact with NAR?
A pact? How melodramatic, how ominous. I signed a confidentiality agreement and a contract of work, yes. But I'm not responsible for how they police their facilities. They have people for that. Can't you see what's going on here? This is much too important to leave to the half-wits in military uniforms and Armani suits. Chernobylite needs to be properly studied by real professionals.
I haven't seen Tatiana in 30 years. I seem to have some blank spots in my memory. I can't remember what happened the night of the disaster. I need to find her. I need to find out what happened to us.
Reactor number 4. That was a real disaster. Some of our colleagues paid the ultimate price for this misguided experiment. That's what happens when politicians are placed in charge of scientists. And Tatiana, such a sweet girl, and your friend Boris. You three were inseparable. I called you my 3 musketeers, remember? Look, my security detail will be back soon to collect me. I don't want them to hurt you or start asking questions.
How can I get in touch?
I will find you. Now, go!
Hello.
Olivier, something you wanted to talk about?
Someone. What do you make of this Tarakan guy?
I don't know yet. He's a very complicated personality.
Complicated, huh? That's a cute way to say insane.
Well, that certainly is a possibility. But he also knows a lot about NAR, the Shadows, and the incident. Maybe even more than we do. We cannot ignore that.
You think his grotesque costume, the fetishes, and manic blathering are some kind of act?
Maybe. Maybe he's just got an overdeveloped sense of humor or something.
Fuck his sense of humor. Over the many years I've spent in the field, I've developed a kind of sixth sense. A gut feeling about people. Right now, my gut is telling me there's something sketchy about this guy.
Maybe your gut is just hungry. Did you consider that?
I'm glad your sense of humor is intact, Kim and Yuk. But if Tarakan endangers our mission in any way, I hope you kick his shaggy, shamanic ass out of our base.
I can see things, Mousy.
Are you okay? You don't look so hot.
The terror courses through me. Present, past, future. A tormented, hungry beast about to burst free of its cage. A volcano of unstoppable force. Hellish green light and poisonous vapors.
Is this in the past or the future?
Future? Past? These distinctions are meaningless before a terror from out of this world. We awoke something that night in 1986. Something so alien. It is almost beyond our comprehension.
Beyond comprehension? I don't think so. We'll get to the bottom of this eventually. Everything has a scientific explanation.
Remember, Igor, this isn't just some stuff for you to power your fancy gun. It's so much more. You need to be ready for anything, Mousy.
Have you ever heard about the Cannibal Island in Siberia? Nazino Island?
I might have heard something, but...
But they don't teach it in school, right? Not the most glorious moment in Soviet history. I wouldn't know anything about that either. But that crazy old Vaker and Tarakan told me when we were working together on another job. I wasn't at all interested, but he wouldn't shut up about it. So I told him I'd listen as long as he made it quick. Then he told me about these poor bastards. 5,000 of them, rounded up in cities and shipped to the island of Nazino, in Siberia. It was supposed to be a gulag, except there was nothing there. It was absolutely desolate. These guys were supposed to build their own prison.
That's horrible. When was this?
Not sure. I think Tarakan said the 30s. Anyway, they were given nothing. No tools, no equipment, and only 200 grams of flour each, daily. They ate the flour raw because they didn't know how to start a fire. Most of them were city dwellers. They'd never spent a day in the wilderness. Helpless bastards.
What was their crime?
Crime? They didn't have their identity papers on them when they were picked up. That's it. The secret police had a quota to fill. Of course, some of them were hard-boiled criminals prepared to do anything to survive. They obeyed only one rule: kill or be killed. And the food didn't last long. Tarakan said something about a teenage girl tied to a tree. This was documented. She was slaughtered and eaten by the other prisoners who'd gone mad from hunger. Anyway, the old dude Tarakan was really upset by the story. But did I find it shocking? Nah. I may not be educated like you, Professor, but I've got a pretty firm grasp on human nature. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're from. In the end, all that matters is who gets to eat and who gets to die.
Very uplifting. I admire your optimism, Sashko.
You have a second, Igor?
Sure. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking about my friends. Zina, Yuri, Ludmila, and Igor, your namesake. They were the best fucking guys and gals I've ever known. When I first arrived, I was lost, just stumbling around in the dark like an idiot. They took me in and we became inseparable. The greatest team of stalkers the world has ever seen, will ever see. They called us the Pripyat Five. It was a stupid-ass joke, of course, but I still liked it. Zina was the smart one. Whatever the problem, she always had a solution in her back pocket. She could get us out of every kind of goddamn mess. Yuri was the strongest guy ever. He was our shield. It was like he was carved from wood. Igor was the leader. But really, he was like the older brother I never had. And then there was Ludmila, the party girl. We did so many drugs together. I had a bit of a crush on her, and I think it was mutual. Shit.
I'm really sorry, Mikhail.
Everything reminds me of them. This place. We built it together. Carried all this shit on our backs, like fucking ants. I never worked so hard in my life. It was supposed to be our post-apocalyptic hive. The Pripyat fucking Five in the hive. My homies. My home.
I'm really sorry, Mikhail. I hope you can at least find some closure here.